When are we no longer young? What is the defining threshold for it? Like many things that I'll talk about, it depends. First, what is the definition of young? Young means to have lived and existed only for a short amount of time. Now, I think we can definitely take this at face value. There are plenty of articles out there, different sites saying that at 35, it all becomes downhill and that we take a pivotal turning point in our lives. Another post on Reddit is wondering if 33 is considered a young adult or not. While I believe they have some validity to some of their points, I came across this Quora post, which asked the question, why does it matter if we are young? And so here, I think it's very valuable to break apart the word young and whether or not it's to mean whether we have lived or existed for a short amount of time. However, colloquially, I've seen it be used almost like childlike whimsy. And when you approach some undefined age and you wake up, you might realize that that whimsy may not be as present or as active as you remember. The day-to-day that you thought was exciting and thrilling all of a sudden became mundane and routine. Well, at least maybe to some. However, again, if we're to revisit young, I think that does not only refer to you as the person in your life, but rather the concepts, the ideas. For example, you meet somebody for the first time on the street. You begin chatting with them. You walk about your day. Now, I would refer to that relationship as young. It is something that has only really existed for a short amount of time. Maybe the weeks go by and you continually talk with this person, and not only does the relationship deepen, but the youngness of that relationship also develops. I think that when you define the scope to be a little bit smaller, you definitely change your perspective on what it is to actually be young and what is not. Now, to take this idea further, imagine you buy your own house. Imagine you get into post-secondary school. Imagine you graduate. Imagine you get married. I think those are also forms of things that are young because you have not experienced them before. And so it's only existed for a short amount of time. Now, my overall message to the watcher is, what do you think being young means? If it means this childlike whimsy, then maybe the maturity and the undertaking of more responsibility, independence, and opportunity begins to overshadow that. However, I do not think that makes you less young, but rather it's a matter of perspective. You can be young at 3, young at 45, and even young at 90. The experiences that you face are always changing, and it's a matter of living in the present and looking forward.
You are too concerned with what was and what will be. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present.